Hey, what's up, y'all? So this is another video that I figure I'm gonna put in. I haven't really been doing videos for like a week because allergies has been killing me. I'm not gonna lie, they've been killing me. Like even right now, my eye looks a little crazy. So I mean, I just been trying to just take it easy. But I'm definitely gonna do a video today. It's something very short, but I just wanted to let everyone know, inform people if y'all didn't know, that the Gap is actually about to bring back their dividends. So we spoke about this, maybe I want to say almost a month ago, and I talked about all these retail companies that were going to benefit off of the stimulus package. So what's happening now is a lot of these, retail companies are going back up in their value and they're making their money back. So now they're getting comfortable enough to bring back out their dividends. Kohl's already did it, and now I see that the Gap is following suit. I'm pretty sure with the Gap though, it's a lot going on with Kanye West really boosting their company up, and they have a lot of good faith right now, and they're in a very good position. So I'm not surprised that they're bringing up their dividends. I'm pretty sure Macy's will follow suit pretty soon. So I mean, it's been going pretty well with that. So retail companies is definitely looking like a buy. As I've been saying, it's been a buy. So that's pretty good to see. I just wanted to inform you guys, if you guys didn't know, that's going on with the Gap right now. Um, Another thing I want to talk about is credit. I talk about stocks in one segment, and then I'll talk about credit. But I figure I'll put both of them together today because, like I said, I haven't did a video in like a week, so I apologize to you guys. Definitely, just allergy season has been definitely getting to me. My eye looks crazy, but whatever. I'm just gonna do a video anyway. Um, Basically, I call this the credit strategy. So when you have credit cards and stuff like that, if you pay them off and you think you're good, you are to a certain extent. Let's say you don't use it in a year. Now, a lot of companies, a lot of lenders, they'll cut you off because you're not using it. So a lot of people don't realize that. It actually happened to me at one point. I didn't realize it either. It was a company that I was with. I was in great standings. I used the card a few times. I paid it off, and I didn't use it for a little while, maybe like a year and a half. I tried to use it, and it was saying that the card was declined, and I'm like, there's no possible way the card could be declined. Like I used it a few times and paid it fully off. So come to find out, they said that they sent me a notice when I actually called. They said they sent me a notice a few months ago, and was saying that how they was about to cancel my card because I wasn't using it. So utilization and usage is important on both sides of the spectrum. It's important to how much credit you use, and then when it comes to the lenders, it's important that you actually use the cards. So it's just a double thing that you have to worry about. I definitely got hit with that, and it sucked because it's like I actually wanted to use the card. So it's not a thing of that you have to use it right away, but if you have cards, unfortunately, even if it's a small purchase, still make sure you use it, at least once or twice out of a year, just to make sure that your card just never gets, cut off or whatever. So that's just an important process, an important thought, just to let you guys know. So what I would do is, especially if it's like one of my most important cards, what I do now is I like to have cards that have cash back. This is a strategy that I use because it actually saves money, and it also makes it much easier for you to build your cards up in your credit. So I spoke about increasing your credit lines, your limits by basically calling them and just requesting it because it's a soft inquiry. You can do it as much as you want. So now the step to actually making it easy for that process to go through with really honestly no issues is by using your card naturally. So let's say you have $100 and you have to pay a cell phone bill. Let's say your cell phone bill is $100, $120, whatever the case is. Let's say you have to pay that bill. You have the money to pay the bill, so that's not an issue. You have the money to pay the bill, but you also have a credit card that could pay the bill. So what I would do is I would basically use the credit card as long as it has cash back, because this is how I actually make money back. So I would use the card and pay off this debt or whatever the case is, my bill. And then after that, I would use the money that I had to pay the card right back. So I'm still paying, essentially I'm still using the same amount of money that I would use to pay the cell phone bill, but I'm using it off of the credit card. I'm using it off of the credit card because it has cash back. So being that it has cash back, I actually get money back from actually paying a bill. So now, instead of me just using this $120 or $100, whatever, to pay this, this bill off, and that's it, I'm actually using the credit card. So now I'm using the credit card. It's going to show the usage. And what happens is I'm also getting cash back because I just used the credit card. And being that the credit card gives me cash back, it's easy for me to do it that way. So that basically works. And then I'm not worrying about any interest on the card because guess what? I actually had the $120. So I'm going to pay it right back. And then when I pay it right back, it's no issue. Everything's paid, but now I actually have money on the credit card itself that's cash back that I can use towards, anything I want. I can take it out and I can have it in my account, or I could just leave it there and let it sit there. Like right now I have a card that has, I think, $176 in just cash back alone, and I just let it sit there. I can take half of it out, put it to my bank, or I can apply it to the next bill on the credit card if I want to. But I just let it just sit there and build up until I decide to really want to use like a really crazy payment or whatever the case is. So that's just one of the strategies that I like to use, just a nice little financial strategy, because you're getting more bang for your buck. And that's the goal. That's the real goal. That's what credit is really for. It's basically a gateway that you can use to navigate your finances, to make it a little bit easier for you, to give you more bang for your buck. So they say the saying of using someone else's money to pay off your bills. That's basically that. So even though I'm using my money to pay that back off, I'm still getting money back just because I use somebody else's money, basically. And that's pertaining to the credit card. So that's just a one strategy I like to use, and it's very helpful. It works out. Of course, you have to discipline yourself. Make sure you actually have the money. I'm not saying acquire crazy bills and put it all on a credit card when you don't even actually have the actual cash in hand or in your bank account or wherever you put it, under your pillow, wherever, in the shoebox, wherever you want to put your money. Everybody likes to do different things. So if you don't actually have the money on hand, then I wouldn't suggest doing this type of technique unless you're looking at, I'm about to get paid this day or that day. But then that's also an issue because now you're counting your chickens before they hatch. And that's an issue that a lot of people do. And, it could work out, but it's pretty dangerous because let's say you're, expecting this type of money on this certain date, and then that certain date comes and something happens and it's not as much money as you expected, but now you already have this debt that you've been promising or putting off that you're going to pay off for this day, and now all of a sudden you can't do it because something came up out of nowhere. So it's just basically a rainy day. You have to always be prepared. So that's why I said in one of my previous videos that I have 13 credit cards, and I feel like nobody can tell me anything because people hear that I have 13 credit cards and get nervous. But then when I say my credit score is 815, then it's a whole bunch of questions. How did you do that? And I'm like, well, I feel like it's more risky when you actually have credit cards less than what you know what I'm saying, you have a few credit cards. You don't have any real backup. I feel like that's more risky personally because I look at credit cards as a backup for a backup for a backup for another backup. So you have all these backups. So that rainy day, if it ever does hit, hopefully it doesn't, but it always happens. It happens to the best of us. So when it happens, at least you will be prepared. I like to be overly prepared when it comes to finances. So if I have an expense out of nowhere that's $10,000 or $5,000 or whatever the case is, I know I can actually handle it. And that's just really what it is. So even with my credit, it's not to say that I have all these cards and I'm using all of them, I'm going crazy and I'm just buying whatever I want at all times, whenever. I can do that, but at the same time, I don't think about it like that. This is where the discipline comes in. I look at it as a thing of, I'd rather just wait and build on it. I'd rather make sure I have this money for a rainy day because you never know what can happen. And, life is crazy. Anything can happen. So it's always good to just be prepared. And of course, I'm not saying that you have to be disciplined and to the point that you don't ever splurge and actually enjoy your success. No, absolutely not. It's nice to succeed and, indulge, engage in, spending or whatever the case is. But I also say stuff like this. If you're going to spend on something, you're going to buy something, you're going to make a purchase, make sure you can buy at least three. Because that means you can actually afford it. And what I mean by that is there's people that will spend their last dollars on something that they really can't afford. If something costs $500 and I have $475, I'm probably not going to buy it, because at the end of the day, after that, I'm going to be broke. So am I really going to enjoy it as much? Probably not, because I'm going to be broke after making this purchase. So I like to think of it as, if it's $500, I personally feel like I have to have about $1,500 so I can buy it and be happy with it, because that means I could buy more if I really wanted to. And then that means I also have money left over. So, that's just little things like that that I like to keep in the back of my mind when I make my purchases. So it might come off to certain people, like if I spend something, if I go out or I spend $1,000 on something, and somebody might be like, yo, that was a crazy purchase. Like, you're working on your finances. And it's just like, yeah, just keep in mind, if I bought something that was $1,000, trust me, that means I had actually probably like $3,000 to really spend if I really wanted to. So that's just the mindset that I have, and that's something I wanted to share with you guys. Please, definitely. Again, I apologize for not doing more videos throughout the week, but like I said, it's been a busy week and allergies has been killing me. Like I said, I'm looking at the video, I see my eye looks crazy. I'm out here looking like Popeye. So I've just been taking it easy, waiting for my eye to get a little bit better. But when I saw the dividends thing with the Gap, I definitely had to touch base, because the Gap is definitely one of the companies that I was talking about in the stock market. That's one of the companies that I'm definitely invested in and I pay attention to, and I'm very big on that company because I know it has a lot of room to really grow, way more than what it is right now. So that's just one of my top companies that I look at. So when I saw the dividends, I saw the information, I said, oh no, I gotta make a video. And being that I haven't done a video on credit or anything, I figured I would do a video, talking about the Gap and also breaking out stuff with credit. Also, this vaccine, I don't know what's gonna happen with the stocks with that, because I definitely read they were saying that DMX's heart attack came from taking, not saying that they said it came from taking the vaccine, but they tried to imply that it's coming from taking a vaccine, because they said he took it a few days before his heart attack. So they're kind of hitting a little shot at the vaccines. So who knows what's going to go on with those stocks, because I actually did a video talking about those too, and how I use Pfizer as a defensive stock. And that's basically how I use that. So we'll see how things play out when it comes to that situation. I definitely wish the best of luck in that whole situation for DMX. God bless. Nobody needs to go out like that at all. So definitely God bless to that. I just wanted to give you guys a video, because I was looking at my last video and it said a week ago, and I'm like, I like to at least do a video at least every 2 to 3 days. Like, I'm not gonna say I do a video every single day, because I'll be lying to you guys. I'm a little bit busy. Like I said, I'm also working on finances, and I'm also navigating and learning things so I can tell you guys. So I can't be learning too much if I'm literally doing a video every single day. What else would I really have to talk about? Like, we're really just talking about finances. So I mean, there's a lot of things that we can go over and we can cover, but for me to do a video every single day, that's just not realistic, because after a while that means I'm holding a lot of information back, and there's information I'm probably missing because I'm busy doing a video. I'm talking about the same thing that I already talked about in probably a previous video. So that's just really that. But yeah, the stuff with Gap, definitely check that out, guys. Like I said, the strategy with the credit cards, definitely check that out. Just make sure that if you're going to do that strategy, make sure that the credit card or credit cards that you're using actually has cash back, because if it doesn't have cash back, then you're not really doing anything. And like I said, the only thing that you can possibly do is, being that you're using a card, you can just call and request a credit line increase, and they'll see that you're using your card and paying it off, so it'll be easy for you to get a much higher increase and faster. So that's about it. But without the cash back, it kind of defeats the purpose, because that's kind of like the best of both worlds. You're using your money and you're actually getting a little bit of money back. So it's kind of like you're paying your bills, doing something that you have to do anyway at a discounted price. So it kind of works out. But anyway, you guys have been great. I appreciate all the love. all the subscribers. And my apologies to everybody that's been hitting me up in my inboxes and saying, you know, where's the video? Where you at? I'm definitely here. So I definitely appreciate all the love. 100%. I'm gonna keep the videos going, of course. Anything that you guys want me to touch base on, I definitely will. A few of you guys already know this for a fact because you've inboxed me and asked me to do a review on certain companies, and I'm pretty sure I gave you a full report, a full review. Anything else, you know, just let me know. Please feel free to read the description, subscribe to my business page because I'm going to put more information on there always. If you're not subscribed yet to any of my, you know, videos on my channels, please hit the like button and please subscribe because, like I said, I'm going to keep coming with these videos and I'm going to keep giving information. If there's anything else that you guys want to know, please feel free to hit me up. I'm on it. Trust me, I'm on it. I'm reading and researching everything, so I'm definitely gonna touch base with that. Also, cryptocurrency, we're gonna talk about that. My next video, we're gonna talk more about it because I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but cryptocurrency's been shooting back up again. It's back on the rise. So, you know, that's something we can definitely talk about because, you know, I had a video talking about cryptocurrency before too. So I do more than just stocks and credit. We do all types of investing. Cryptocurrency is another one. So we got stocks, we got cryptocurrency, and we also have credit. You know, credit's my main thing, but when it comes to investing, I'm all for it because I do that too. So, you know, you guys have been great. You guys take it easy. Be safe.